Hello, what is happening, confidence givers? Excited to come in, still not feeling 100%. Woo! Let me tell you, it has been a day, or I should say a few days. Just got back from Mexico. Let me just make sure that this is working. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can see me inside of this group. If you guys are coming in, say hey, let me know that you can see me. All right, I think I'm live. I think you guys can see me. If you guys are coming in, say hey, let me know how your Monday is. I'm excited to be here. I do see myself inside of the group, so I think we're good to go. I'm going to make this one short and sweet because I still don't feel 100%, and I've got a sick kiddo downstairs watching TV as well. So we got back from Mexico on Friday night, Friday night. And Thursday, after during the day wasn't feeling great, was swimming with the dolphins. Hey Maddie, how are you? Was swimming with the dolphins and was grateful that I was able to get through that. But oh my gosh, I got so sick once we got back from the dolphins, and I still have not felt great ever since. So I don't know if it was the Mexican water or what it was. And then Saturday night, Sloaney went down. Steve's been a little bit sick. Knock on wood, Sophia's been feeling okay. So I'm going to make this one a little bit short and sweet, but I wanted to come in and I didn't even want to plan anything. I wanted to give this, guys, to you as a time for Q&A with me so that I can answer any of your burning questions. So let me know in the comments if you want to just rapid fire in the comments some of the questions that you have for me, whether it be social media, whether it be YouTube, whether it be recruiting, building out your story, whatever it may be. I want to hear your questions so that I can answer them. I did get a few emails about some questions, so I'm going to share those as well. Maddie says, have you ever paid for YouTube followers? No, I've never paid for YouTube followers. I don't recommend it. I really think that in the long run, it might sound great in theory, but in reality, I think that YouTube algorithm is very smart, and they're going to know that you paid for followers just like you do on other social media platforms. And I think in the long run, it's going to hurt you, because what happens is they check your watch time, right? And so if you're paying for followers and then these people follow your channel and then they're not watching any of your content, because it's not your target audience, then it's going to hurt your channel in the long run. So in the long run, I would say it's not worth paying for followers. Grow it organically. It does take time, but the beauty of YouTube is you don't need to have followers for people to watch your videos. So just keep being consistent with it, Maddie, and don't pay for the followers. Rochelle says, hey, Julie, how do you expand your brand outside of the product of your sale? That's a really good question, Rochelle. So what I would say is providing value to your audience, right? So here's a story that I have for you guys today. And this is it's so funny because I was talking to a good friend of mine. She might even be watching this video today. Who knows? Her name is Val. And Val and I taught many, many years ago in New York City. And we've kept in touch throughout the years, but haven't talked a ton over the last several years. See her on social media, whatever, all of that. And she messaged me about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago. And she said, I saw your videos and I'm really interested in what you're doing. I've been thinking about this for so long. I'm blown away with what you've accomplished. So her and I have been chatting, and we spoke yesterday, and I'm kind of flabbergasted because she said to me, she said, Julie, I saw your YouTube videos when I was searching for affiliate marketing and network marketing. I didn't even know all of the things that you were doing, because she hasn't seen all my Facebook posts, right? And so it was because of the value that I was putting out on YouTube that brought her to me. And as she's watching this video, she's like, wait a second, is that Julie? oh my God, that's Julie. And then she started watching all of my YouTube videos, right? And so it's about providing value to your audience and creating that brand, so to speak, with not just sale, 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 sale. So again, it's like that jab, 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 jab punch, right? You want to go for the sale. I see too many times people take it to the other direction and they go, value, 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 value. And they're like, oh my God, I'm putting out all this value and I'm not getting any sales. Well, you haven't asked for the sale, right? Or the other extreme is sale, 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 sale. And then that's not working because you're a spammy Tammy and people don't like you for that, right? And so there's this fine balance between 80 to 90% of the time you're giving your audience value. You're showing up, you're providing value, whatever your niche is, whatever your brand is. And then that 10 to 20% of the time, you actually go for the sale, right? And so whether it be, her and Val and I were still having this exact same conversation. She loves to cook. She's like, so how do I tie in these products? Well, if you're a cooker and you're somebody that loves to show up and create recipes and you're in a health and wellness program, you can talk about how you can still indulge and you can still, maintain the successful weight and this is successful healthy habits that you want because of the products that you're repping or whatever. And so once in a while you tie in your products when you're teaching your cooking demos or whatever it may be, right? Well, your ultimate niche is cooking. You're providing value to your audience, giving recipes, giving tips on that, but then at the same time you're tying in your products, right? Same thing with oils. If you're like an oil person, you provide value on how to live maybe like a toxic free life. And every once in a while, you talk about the oils that you're using, right? And so it's that value punch sale type of thing. Does that make sense, Rochelle? I hope that helps. So guys, as you guys are coming in, my mouth is dry. I am like a hot mess over here. Make sure you put in the comments what questions you have for me. This is like your time. This is your Q&A to just ask me anything. I'm happy to answer them. And hold on. One of the questions I got emailed to me last night was somebody said, I've joined 3 MLM companies and what do I do? Because I don't want to confuse my audience and they're all a little bit different, right? They're all not the same. It's not like it's all health and wellness. But I don't want to confuse my audience and I want to make sure that I'm successful. And here's my take on it, okay? What you water grows. If you water your grass will grow. If you water your business will grow. If you're watering 3 different people's lawns with the same amount of water, right? Because you're only one person. Stick with me for a second. I'm hoping this analogy works. If you're watering the same, let's say you have to water your grass and your neighbor's grass on both sides of you, but you only get a bucket of water, none of the grass is going to grow to its fullest, right? You're going to get some green, you're going to get some growth, but you're not going to grow like the most beautiful, luscious lawn you've ever seen, right? Because your time is spread thin. So what you water grows. And so here is what I would say. If you are a hobbyist in the network marketing space, meaning you just want a few $100s a month to grow your business, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? 90% of network marketers are a hobbyist. And if you are a hobbyist building a few MLM companies, no big deal. You can make a few $100 from each of them and you can call it a day. If you want to build your business to the top, if you want to be a 6-7-figure earner in the network marketing space, I say focus on one company and put your heart and soul into that one company that lights a fire, that fuels you, that you find is going to have the most benefit for you in terms of leadership, in terms of comp plan, in terms of training, in terms of support, right? It takes more than just love to make a good marriage. It takes more than just a good product to be a good business opportunity. So find the one that kind of checks off all of those boxes and really focus on that one. And then every once in a while, you can, like, share some products or something from somebody else. But what you focus on is what's going to grow. So if you are a hobbyist, there is nothing wrong with being a hobbyist and dabbling. But yes, you have the potential of confusing your audience. Yes, you have the potential of maybe not having the success that you want, right? So there's nothing wrong with it. There is no way that I would be able to manage and maintain multiple teams on different companies, right? And still be able to be successful. Now, does that mean that I don't use other products from network marketing companies? Of course I do. I love supporting everybody, right? But it doesn't mean that I need to build a business over there. There's a big difference. And so that's my answer in terms of, just making sure that you're being smart about it, making sure that you're very clear on what your goals are, making sure that you have a very clear understanding of what are some of the ramifications and some of the benefits of building multiple companies, and seeing then, once it's all laid out for you, what you want to do. Facebook user says, I always get confused. Can I post family and positive messages and products or services we provide? Yes, absolutely. So what you want to think about is your Facebook main profile is a storefront, right? And your storefront is the way that people get to know you. Okay. So it's that like, know, and trust factor is your storefront on Facebook. Okay. So you want to be known as somebody that's positive. You want to be known as somebody that's inspirational. You want to be known as somebody that is, a family mom, a family dad, whatever it may be. Right. So you share all of those things on your main profile. Okay. And again, it goes back to that jab, jab, punch, right? You're providing value, you're entertaining. Like, you have to think, people do not go on Facebook, people do not go on Instagram to be sold to. They go on Facebook, they go on Instagram because they want to be entertained. Some of us go on because they want to be enlightened. Some of us go on because they want to be educated, right? So what can you provide to your audience that they want to see and why they're on Facebook, right? And so then you're building that like, know, and trust factor. And then people are going to be more apt to buy for you when you do the pitch, right? So it's the jab, jab, punch type of thing, same thing. But I will say, over in your stories is when you can do more selling, right? Your stories go away within 24 hours. People are aimlessly just scrolling through your stories. So what I would say is 80%, 90% of your time on your Facebook profile, do those inspirational, positive messages, post your family, let people see into your life, right? And then 10% of the time, post your products on your main page. Now, in your stories, you can do something like that more on the daily. Okay, you can sell, you can share testimonials, you can share your TikTok reels, you can share all of those things in your stories and be a little bit more salesy in your stories than you can in your posts, okay? Because you only want to be posting about 1 time a day, maybe 2 times a day on your main profile page, okay? That's like the most that you want to do, because the algorithm is just not going to push it out, right? And here's another bonus tip for you guys, and I see it a lot of times. If you are trying to grow your brand and if you are trying to grow your network, stop sharing silly memes. I'm not saying don't post silly memes, sharing silly memes or whatever, sharing silly things onto your profile. There's a few things. It's providing no value of you. You're just sharing something else. Instead, repost it. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Jenny. Instead, repost it yourself, save the meme, write your own little statement above in the description, and then post it. Okay? Give it value to your audience. Don't just press the share button and post. Save it and then repost it yourself. It's going to get much more reach. You're going to be able to put your own little twist on it. You're going to be able to put your voice on it. and it's going to mean a lot more to your audience than just sharing, sharing, sharing. If you look at any of the leaders in this network marketing space, or any leaders or any influencers in this social media space, you will see they're not just sharing, 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 and their profile pictures, their profile and their posts on their main page is not just sharing, 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 right? They're providing value to their audience. It doesn't mean that they're not using memes, because they are using memes, but they're using it so that it's for them, if that makes sense. Hey, Yolanda, how are you? Jenny says, I see TikTok people do one niche. It makes me confused. Again, I struggle with this a little bit too, Jenny. TikTok is, you want a niche, right? But it's okay to stray away from your niche, because the way that you stray away from your niche is you let your audience in to see you, right? When you are building this business, you want to build a tribe of people. And if you are only just sharing niche, 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 and you're not sharing about you, you're not letting people into your life to see who you are. And I've asked this question before, and you guys can answer it again. How many of you feel like you know me? Put your hands up, raise your hands, and say, I feel like I know you, and we have never met. Now, Jenny and I did actually meet one time, right? When I was in Florida, it was amazing. But realistically, we don't know each other that well, but she feels that she knows me because I am showing up here. I am letting you guys into my life. Like, I posted yesterday that Sloanie was sick in my stories, and that we've been sick. Guys, the amount of messages that I've gotten from people that say, oh no, I hope she feels better. I don't even know these people, guys. Like, I don't even know these people on a personal level. Like, they don't have my phone number. We're not friends, right? And so it's because I've let you into my life. I've shown you my kids. And that's a conscious decision that I've made, is somebody that's building a brand and somebody that's building a business online, is I've decided that I'm going to let you into my life. I share the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, I don't share all of my dirty laundry with you guys, right? I'm not a hot mess express 24/7. But I've decided that I'm going to share my life openly on social media so that you guys can get to know me, because that's what building a brand is. So even though I have a niche, it doesn't mean that I don't open it up for my audience so that they get to know me as well. Does that make sense? Jenny says, I loved meeting you. I loved meeting you too. It was a great coffee date. It says, that makes me feel more comfortable doing it this way, feel more natural. Good. I'm glad that helped. All right, guys, are there any other questions? Because like I said, I'm going to keep this one short today, just because, as you can tell, like, I am no makeup. I finally had my first meal last night. I had some chicken soup that I made in the crock pot, and I tried to eat some breakfast, and it just did not even taste good today. And so I'm still not feeling 100%. I'm still not feeling 100%. So I am going to cut this one short if there's no more questions for me. If you missed this live and you're catching the replay and you have some questions, just put them in the comments and I will be happy to answer them. They need to know you, like you, so they will trust you. Exactly, Yolanda. And then they will buy whatever it is you put out there, right? Because they trust you. Margie says, I hope you feel better. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I'm on the mend. Let's just say I am on the mend. I've never been so sick in my entire life. Like, Thursday night, I didn't know if I was going to make it out alive. Each day gets better and better. And so I am confident that by like tomorrow, I will be 100%. So, and I'm hoping that Sony will be too. All right, guys, I love you. I will see you next week for another Monday Mindset. And I hope you guys have an incredible week, and we will talk later. Bye, guys.